This is the Provo River.
This is we're mid-September. This is our first cold front. So we've got a lot of geese activity. They're starting to flock up and move around the valley. Sandhill cranes are starting to flock up. They'll be leaving another week or 10 days probably.
Well, my friend Dan is fishing here in the lower part of the middle Provo. He's fishing with a bounce rig with a San Juan worm, mending there so it floats naturally. Fish are hitting good today. He's got one on now. Fish are fighting hard this year. They had high water and they developed some muscles, I guess. Plenty of food too. Playing them hard on 4X and they still don't come in easy. In years past, that fish would have come in a lot sooner. They weren't as well conditioned in years past. We're using worm patterns because it's been raining and you see those mud banks, those dirt banks, those get wet and the worms fall in there and the fish get them. And I think the fish smell the worms too, and so they're looking for them. Dan's just about ready to get this fish, I think, now. Yeah, there you got him.
Well, every fish we've caught today has been on a worm. And I'm still bouncing salvog on the very bottom hook, and I decided what would happen if I just put another worm on the bottom and just first run back through that pool. This guy had a lot of energy, jumped 2 or 3 times before I even really got the hook set on him. So another, this is our cookie cutter size fish this year. Yeah, I'll just hold him up one time and let him go. He's still got a lot of energy. Right up.
Yeah.
Woo. He's gone. Cloudy day, cold front, all this rain. San Juan worm, Provo River worm, whatever you want to call it, on a bounce rig. And we're fishing down here at the lower part of the middle Provo, where people can bait fish and you can keep fish. This is not trophy waters here. Anybody can come in here and fish this.
These are smart fish, or they be eaten already.
That's right. Yeah, some of these guys would have taken these fish home if they weren't so smart. So, the bounce rig gets it down to them, and if you just mend properly, you'll catch fish. It looks like the cold front's coming through here, and we're going to get wet.
It is definitely coming.
Now, you can't show this to my uncle. I've got an uncle that every time I tease him about I've never been rained on in my whole life, and if he sees this, he'll know it's not true.
Well, Dan had his turn. Now the cameraman, that's me. I get a chance. It's a nice run here. Ooh. Yeah, that's at the head of the hole. Usually the biggest fish is at the head of the hole, and that was the case in this particular instance. I'm fighting him hard. I got 4X on there. I'm fighting him hard. He's not coming in. didn't have my net. I walked out without my net, so I basically beached this fish, which is a pretty good way. Then I got him in the net so I could show him to the camera. Had another one on here. You notice the light is a lot brighter. That's not an error on the camera. It's just that we had clouds coming and going, and that's what happened here. This is a bigger fish. Sure probably harvest this year.
The water's a little bit got a little bit of mud in it from all the runoff, and we figured a day in the rain with might be worth coming down here and trying to fish today. And I think it is.
And what would be the best thing to use?
Well, we always if you go to if you go to nymphs in our river here on the Provo, you always want to at least start with a sow bug. And anytime it's raining, you want to think about a San Juan worm, or we should call it a Provo River worm.
Yeah, and so I had a San Juan worm. That one happened to take, he took a purple one though.
Took a purple.
Beautiful, beautiful Provo River brown trout, about 18 inches.